Hi everyone, welcome to Campus Journalism class. My name is Brian James Mayoyo and I'll be discussing Lesson 3 which is Writing News and Lesson 4 Writing the Lead. So let's start. So what is news? News refers to information that is published in newspaper or broadcast on radio and television. They are mostly about recent events in the country or world or in a particular area of activity. Other people would call news stands for the four primary direction which is the north, east, west, and south. The main purpose of the news is to inform the public about events that are around them and may affect them. Now, there are four things to avoid in news writing article. The first one is editorializing. When writing a news, you should keep your own opinion out of the story and do not be biased. Second, using first and second person's POV. You should keep yourself out of the story. The third one is avoid writing a long paragraph. You have to keep your sentences short, simple, precise, and direct to the point. Number four is avoid misspelling names in the story. So always be sure that the names included in your article are correct written. One important thing about news writing is that you have to know your angle or what you want to highlight in your article. Like a photographer, you're going to look for the perfect angle para it will come out perfectly. Example in this photo, mass rallies for and against the President of the Philippines erupt in Manila. So as you can see, you can get a lot of angle here, like the participants' angle, the point of view of ordinary people, the point of view of government officials, and the point of view of government worker. Usually you have to look on what is the biggest news that you could write in an event. So to make that happen, you have to use the 5 W's and 1 H questions. And this is where the inverted pyramid comes in. So the inverted pyramid, this is the structure or a format that we follow on news writing. On top, this is where the main points of the article or what we call the lead paragraph, which contain the W and H questions. On the middle, this is where the additional essential information about the article that is not included in the lead. And on the bottom part is where the least essential details that may be cropped by the editor to fit the newspaper without losing its meaning. Now you have to remember when you're writing your newspaper, answer before the explanation, summaries before details, conclusion before discussion, and general statement before specifics. Now let's identify the parts of news story. The first one is the headline, the second one is the byline, the third one is the location, the fourth one is the lead, the fifth one is the body. Let's start first with the headline. The headline is the title of the news article. The headline should be short, does not include a lot of detail, and should catch the reader's attention. So this is the crucial part of writing a news. Kasi pag ang headline mo is dull, kahit gaano pa kagandang balita mo, walang magbabasa dyan. So when you write your news headline, it should be clear and specific. Dapat sa headline pa lang, you tell the readers na what the story is all about, and be interesting enough to draw them into reading your article. Because the headline is what the reader will see first, because of its big and bold fonts. And it should be at least 5 to 10 words, and your headline should have a subject, an action verb, and an object. The next part is byline. This line tells who is writing the article, and it may also include the address of the author and the publication or news source for which he or she writes. In the newspaper, you can see the byline at the bottom part of the headline. The third one is the location. This is usually placed at the beginning of the article in bold print. If the city or location is well known, the name can be written alone. But if the city is less famous, more information is included. You can see the location before the lead starts. The fourth one is the lead. The lead paragraph is found at the beginning of the article. The lead briefly answered the question who, what, when, why, where, and how. The skeleton of the story can be found here. Every news story begins with an introduction, what we call lead. This is the most important part of a news article. If your first paragraph doesn't catch readers' attention, you won't have the chance to dazzle with the second paragraph. To write an effective news lead, first, collect all the facts, then summarize it. The more facts you have, the easier it will be. A good lead lists the who, what, when, where, and why, and how questions of the story. Although maybe not all in same one or two paragraphs. If your lead contains every important piece of information, it would be too long to attract readers' attention. You need to prioritize what is important. W or H question is the most important piece of information that someone happened, or where it happened, who it happened to, or what something happened. The most important facts are the ones that deserve to be in the lead. Once you have the lead, rethink, revise, and rewrite. The lead should be clear, active, worthy, or compelling. If not, try different approaches and keep writing until you get the lead that you want. Now I will show you the different types of news lead. First W is who. Who is used when the person is involved is more prominent than what he does or what happens to him. Look at the example here. The first line on the paragraph here answers the question who. Who is reportedly killed in an ambush in Cagayan de Oro? So the answer is Dr. Rathoras. Let's answer the question who. The second one is the what lead. Is used when the event or what took place is more important than what persons involved in the story. Look at our example here. The first line on the paragraph here answers the question what. What was held at the Jones Municipal Sports Complex? So the answer is the mass induction ceremony of the newly elected officer. Let's answer the question what. Next W is where. Is used when the place is unique and no prominent person is involved. Look at our sample lead here. So the first paragraph here answers the question where. Where will be the next site of the Miss Universe pageant? So the answer is the Philippines. So the highlighted WH question here is where. The next one is where. Is rarely used as reader presumes the story to be timely. However, this lead is useful when speaking of deadlines, holidays, and important dates. Look at our example lead here. Look at the first line of the paragraph. It answers the questions when. When was the revolutionary government proclaimed by former President Estrada? So the answer is today. So this lead highlighted the question when. The next W is why. Is used when the reason is more prominent or unique than what happens. Look at our example here. The first line in the paragraph, here it's answer the question why. Why around 100 students dropped out of school last year? So the answer is because of the poverty. Let's answer the question why. The next one is the how lead. Is used when the matter, mode, means, or method of achieving of the story is a natural way. Look at our example lead here. The first line it answers the question how. How was the Manila Science High School able to construct a three-story building? So the answer is by appealing to the school board. So it's highlighted the question how. Now we have here the whens and the hens. So they are the newly added WH question on how to write a news. Siyempre nag-i-evolve din kung paano tayo magsulat ng news. So whens is what the background of the story, or what happened before this news, or it talks about past. So the next one is, kung yung when it's talk about past, ito naman, it gives an overview about the news, or it talk about the future, or what will happen next. The last part is the body, or supporting paragraph. These are the paragraph which follow the lead. They develop the ideas introduced by the lead and give more information in form of explanation, details, or quotes. So this is where you write all the details and facts that will support the lead. And sometimes you can see here the other W and H question that is not included in the lead. So on writing the body, it should be detailed. Everything that may have connected on the topic or the news should be right in here. So that's it. I hope you learned something from me today on how to write a news story. Thank you everyone.